How you doing? This is Dean with Gain. So it's pretty clear that I was going to buy that product, and what I'm going to share with you today is the reason why. And I'm not going to take credit for this. This book here, Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion, by Robert Cialdini, is the whole reason. So by all means, get this book. This is what really showed me why I bought that particular product. And so what this book is Mr. Cialdini took about 2.5 years and really researched people that have a point of influence in persuasion, a lot of different salespeople and so forth. And he found that it all boiled down to 6 key principles of influence. And when people utilize those and utilize them well, they really persuade people to do things. And because I read the book and looked back at this particular purchase, I saw that he had all 6. So what I want to do is go through those 6 principles with you. And at the end, I'll even tie that into that particular purchase I made and how he hit all 6. So here are the principles. The first one is called likability. So that idea is that you buy a product or are persuaded by someone that you like. You know, that's something that I think most people can agree on and have seen, that you don't typically buy a product, you buy a person. That's why you see a lot of celebrities that are pitchmen and pitchwomen for certain products. They have a big following, people like them. So it's a pretty obvious one that's pretty consistent. Step 2 is reciprocity. We have the human nature that when someone gives us something, we want to give back or reciprocate. And so what you'll find with points of influence is that anytime someone maybe wants something from you, they'll give something to you first. And it could be something very, very small. It doesn't really matter. Even when it's small, we're going to want to have the feeling of reciprocating, giving back. And so when they ask us to purchase or do something, we typically follow suit. Third is social proof. That's the idea that when there's a mass of people doing it, we tend to follow and be persuaded, more persuaded. That sheep following the flock type of thing. Unfortunately, this is one of the major reasons that we've had some mass killings and mass suicides in the past, and some tragedies where people didn't act because they were following the masses. And so this is big with testimonials. When you see testimonials and you see all the people that are enjoying a particular product or service, you're more apt to follow that. Commitment and consistency is the next principle. That's the idea that when you make a commitment, you want to stay consistent with it. And so what you'll find with a lot of products and services is they'll ask you for a small commitment. Hey, will you take this sample? Will you read this? Will you go to this webinar? Will you purchase the small product and just pay for shipping? When you get those type of things, you want to stay consistent when they make the next offer, because to go against that is very difficult for you. So commitment and consistency is really what that's all about. Authority is your next one. If you think the person is an authority figure, they know what they're talking about, they're a subject matter expert, you're more apt to want to buy that particular product or be influenced by them. And 6 is scarcity. We want scarce products. Whatever reason, whether we need something or not, if we think it's running out, we're more apt to want to purchase it right away. And so people will use that all the time. You'll see that in social media. This price is only lasting for 2 more days. Get it now. There's only 30 days and we'll never have this product back. It really ropes them in. So those are the 6. Regardless of what the product or service is, that showed consistency. So when you look at my example with the enzyme product, I'll just show you. Likability. I told you I followed him on social media. He's a very likable guy. We had a lot of the same interests. Reciprocity. Because he was giving me so much value with his tips, I felt like I almost owed him something. So I wanted to buy what he was selling. Social proof. He had tons of testimonials of very reputable people who used and enjoyed his product. So that was very influencing on me. Commitment and consistency. I had done a sample product at a reduced rate. And because I had done that, I was already a customer and I felt like, hey, I'm an enzyme user. And so I ended up buying the product to stay consistent. Authority. I already mentioned, very educational. I've learned a lot from this gentleman, so I consider him an authority figure in health and wellness. And then scarcity. He had that reduced price and it was going away in, I believe it was 20 days. And don't know how much pull I had for that, but I did want to take action right away. So you can see he hit me on all 6. So there's just no way I wasn't going to do that. So take these tips, learn them, read the book. If you're in sales, use them for good. If you're not in sales, you can be aware now. So you're not taken advantage of and you understand it. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you want more information, please message me directly. Have a good day.